everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we are working on the blank planner, and we just finished with September. Now we're getting ready to do a special feature, as I like to call it, and it's just a blank page after September to put pockets or something. And so what I'm going to do is take 4 pages out of an old book, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to glue, first of all, I'm going to cut it down to the size of the page. Okay, so I've cut them down to the size of the page, and I'm going to glue one onto the back page, and I'll trim the edge later, but that's going to be my background. And then this will have 3 pockets. And I think this came from Pam at the Paper Outpost originally, or at least for me originally. I think that's where I watched, I think that's who was doing it. So you're basically gonna just fold, you're gonna glue 1 piece of paper down, and then you're gonna fold the other 3 into a pocket. So let me glue this down. So then you've got these 3 pieces of paper, and you're going to fold the points down. Each pocket is staggered. So this one goes to the top, and then this one's staggered down, and this one's staggered down as much as you want. So I think I'll probably stack them, and I mean that. I don't know if this is going to work because the points are supposed to tuck under, and I might have these too far apart, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to, see how I hope you can see how I've got these staggered like that. So 1 at the top, stagger down, stagger down. And so I'm going to mark now where these need to be trimmed off. And I'm going to straighten them and cut this off. And so these are staggered, so that this one is going to be folded, actually. I'm going to fold it so that these edges are together. So that means I'm going to have to trim this one off some more. So this is just a square, basically. So that's that pocket. And then this one gets folded so that this is straight. So it's the same distance right here. And this will glue over eventually. And then this last pocket sort of proportional too. And so it gets folded like that. That's how I'm doing it anyway. So the points kind of tuck down inside like that, and then that all will glue onto the page. And I'm going to ink it, so that will help define them. And I'll probably glue, at least tack it down a little bit. Let me see if I can get them back in order. Let's see, that goes like that, and then that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ink these edges that show. And I'm going to tack this down. But I'm not going to glue it all the way, just so it looks like, so I kind of want that air there, so it looks like it's loose. But I'm going to tack the point down. I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. And then this one, And then ink this one, see which side. I think I'll do this side so that title gets a little too much attention, so I'm going to put it on the back side. Okay, so there are those pockets. And again, don't forget that these labels will go on there too, if you want them to. Okay, so there is that. So now we're ready for October. And October has got some orange and some green. And so I am thinking I'm gonna go get my tissue paper. I've been trying to keep it simple, but I'm gonna use my tissue paper, so hang on. Okay, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna use my Mod Podge glue, which is homemade. It's 2 parts white glue and 1 part water. And I'm going to use the white tissue from the back of Kleenex, or not Kleenex, the back of napkins that I save them when you decoupage with napkins and you pull the white tissue off. And I always think I'm going to do something with them, and I never do, but I think I will try something here. Okay, so I am going to, and I try not to get these pages very wet, as you know, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of, hopefully this tissue soaks it up. I'm just going to kind of squinch up this tissue on this glue. To give me a texture. And, you know, it only shows on the edges, but we'll see. I'm making this up as I go along, by the way. So I'm just gonna crunch this up. I may have to go back up at the top and add more tissue. This looks like I've got more down here than I have up there. So I'll just fold this over here. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and hit it with this Lindy's Starburst spray. It's mica spray. It's called Red Hot Poker Orange, and see what that looks like. And I'm going to cut this off in the middle because we only need the edge. So I'm not concerned about it at all. Don't want to mess with it. All right, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm still waiting for this to dry over here, but I thought I would go ahead and work on some pockets for this. And I think what I'm going to do is, with these scraps from that last project, I'm just going to fold some small triangle pockets. And actually, I like the writing better. I'm going to fold it that way. And it looks like I need another page. And I was looking at this sort of filigree design in the background that I put on this page, and I was thinking about taking this, and there's orange sort of, and so I'm going to take my Distress ink and just kind of hit this copy with some, and actually there's some green too, so I could use green and orange. And so let me get those out. That carved pumpkin I used to be so afraid of. See, it's actually done pretty well for me. And even the crushed olives. So I think I will use those two. And I'm just going to kind of hit this pocket with it. And what I'm thinking is I'm just going to put a couple of these pockets on this page. So just going to kind of hit them with that. And then I'm thinking about taking a paper doily and maybe trying to ink it so it is a grayish color and maybe lay over the top of it to just kind of mimic this. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's the green. Let me try the carved pumpkin. Actually, the wild honey looks kind of pretty too. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay, I gotta use the wild honey. It's so pretty. Hopefully this isn't too much. Okay. All right, so those, and then I'm going to take if I can find a paper doily. Let's get a small one. Thanks to my sister, I have some small ones, sort of small ones. And I really just want, like, maybe I just want to cut. Just going to cut a piece off of here. And then I want the same size, so I'm just going to go over here. Cut another one. Okay, so now I want them to be gray. And actually this iced spruce, that looks green. It's probably as close as I have. No, I have actually, what is that? That's gray. Hickory smoke. Okay. I don't think I've ever used that. Sometimes you look at these colors and you think, well, why would I ever use that for? But here we go. All right, hickory smoke. See if you're still active or if you're dried out. Yeah, it's a little dry. So I'm going to hit it with the spray. The Distress Ink Refresher, they call it. It's probably just water. Okay. Oop. Well, a little more delicate than... I don't even know if this is going to show. It may just be... Let me see. No, I mean it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, all right. All right, Hickory Smoke, you earned your keep. Put you back for another year. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that on top of this. Like that. I can hear my dogs down there snuffling around. Let me know it's close to dinner time for them. Okay. And I'm going to use Distress, what am I trying to say? I think I'd have this thing, Vintage Photo. Oops. What is going on? Doesn't want to work on the Velcro side now. Okay. And I'm going to glue these. And I think I'll put one here and one up here. And I'm going to go down and feed my dogs and let this dry, and then I'll be back to finish this in a little bit. Okay, so this is dry. Cut some of this off. Some of this extra stuff. And let's see. I'm going to use the spray. You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm not sure that that's the best thing to do because the spray is mica spray and it's not going to sparkle on this paper because it's not sealed. It's just going to eat it up. But it's orange. And I'm looking for an orange, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get this plastic all around because this stuff is a mess. And just see what happens. So again, the Lindy's Starburst Spray, Red Hot Poker, orange. And that is what I want right there. Just a light. And I'm going to blot this up in the middle so it doesn't soak through, hopefully. I think I got it in time. Didn't get that corner though. Let's see if I can. Got everything but what I wanted. Okay. All right. And then I need to glue the page on it. I haven't even pulled those out yet. Okay. So there's the tab. Oh, we still have to do the pocket. So a little more orange. Oops. On this little pocket. Oh, well, I'm getting it all bent up, but that'll be all right. Okay. So that goes on this page here. Put this little pocket on. All right. And this, I was wrong. This does shimmer. I don't know if you can see it. Especially in the middle, what's going to get covered up. But I actually think I'm going to spray it a little heavier up on the corner so that it will shine. Okay. Trim the edges. So this is ready to glue on. This was a little bit of a messy one, wasn't it? Okay. So now we're ready for this page. Maybe something a little less exciting. I think I'm going to go back to my tried and true stencil and just do the border out of that. And I might add some green, just a little bit. Crushed olive, just because I like it. Okay, see if I can line these back up again. Okay, I think that'll work. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. And then we have the pocket. Okay, the pocket. And I think I'm going to look and see what orange scraps I have. Now, orange, I think I probably have a bunch. Well, actually, not as much as I thought. Looks like I have two that are about the same, so I'm going to put one away. And glue this on. Okay, I think that does it. Trim it back a little bit. Let me ink it. Oh my gosh, I forgot this was, this is where the pocket goes. So there is that. And actually, I'm going to go over the whole thing with orange, I think. Just to drive the point home. Okay, so now I'm ready to glue the pocket on. that is October. There's the final page. And I'm just going to leave it as it is. It has the little card to go with it if you printed the extra page. But I'm going to leave this alone, and I think I'll probably leave November alone. So that was this, which kind of needs to be straightened out. That, and that. So next time we'll go to November, which has similar colors. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. And if you did, click the like button, please. Think about subscribing, and we'll move on to the next pocket. Bye-bye.